Hello, beautiful people of the Cellar. Oh, I pray that you are all well and fine. I'm clearing up and getting better, but what I wanted to stop by and say for the homework is real simple. Choose peace. Choose to live in peace, be at peace, regardless of everything that is going on around you, within you. Find the solution, right? So when I did the videos, the indie reads here recently. I dropped them Thursday, I think, because it took a lot for me to get those done, more than normal, because apparently, thanks to a child, okay, it took a kid to do it, right? But I've been under the weather, and many of you who have been on the channel for a while have never heard me say I've been under the weather because I haven't been under the weather. This is under the weather. Well, it isn't anymore, and well, kind of, let's be honest. I think it's kind of still, right? I'm still coming to, if that makes sense. But over the course of these last 3 weeks, for sure, there's been a whirlwind of changes, a whirlwind of heaviness, lightness, in between. It's like Goldilocks, right? Um, Finding that comfort space within anything that happens, anything that turns up, turns around, turns things inside out, finding that peace. That's what it's about. The comfort in being able to see clearly and not allowing yourself to be distracted is so important. I can't express that enough, because with all of this stuff, I think Mars is something, and I had already had a feeling because okay, so here's the thing. Mars and I think Uranus, or Mars and somebody, it's about action, right? But also when Mars comes through the way that it is, and I think it's in Gemini, I should really write stuff down. You would think that I would do that by now, but I don't be knowing that I'm going to discuss it either, though. So what? But with this Mars, with this energy, right? We already know that we're going through a shift, right? Anytime you're going through a shift, you're changing, releasing, and stepping more into whatever it is that you are becoming. You're gonna have things trying to pull you back to who you were, pull you back to what you used to do, pull you back, right? To keep you in a space of comfort that you are used to. When we are shifting, we find new levels of comfort, we find new levels of peace, because we see things for what they are, right? And you must be able to keep your head on a swivel so that you will be able to know what is and is not for you, what is and is not, does and does not need your attention. All of the things when it comes to the nouns, because with this shift, that Mars energy, I think it's Mars and Gemini doing something. So for those of us who are paying attention and just really, living on purpose with purpose, what's happening is we'll be able to mentally pick up what we need to do and how we need to do things in the shift. We will continuously be pivoting, pivot, right? And I feel like it'll kind of ease out over time. But while we are going through all the other things that we are shedding, I think Saturn retrograde is really bringing back some things. Maybe that's what I was this is what I was thinking, y'all, with the Saturn retrograde. I was thinking this last night. I was like, maybe that's why I caught this thing, right? Maybe that's why I caught this at the time that I did, because of the Saturn retrograde too. You like, maybe I was supposed to experience it back then, but sometimes things don't happen when they are supposed to, or when you think that they maybe they should, right? Because if I would have caught this at that time, I was under heavy attacks at the time that everybody else was catching this, right? And I'm talking about the vid, right? And so I think it was in 2021, where Saturn retrograde is taking us back. And I think that a lot of things from 2020, 2021, and 2022 are coming up. So just be mindful of that as well. That's why, you just go with the flow of what is, right? Don't worry about what could be, what coulda, woulda, shoulda will put you in a space of being able to be pulled back, right? When you go into the coulda, woulda, shouldas of making decisions or overthinking, if the consequences of a decision or what have you, it can really put you in a stalemate, and then you don't move your feet, you don't make things happen the way that you're supposed to, you don't listen, you don't, there are certain things that happen, right? And you have to be at your own speed. That's the other thing. It is so important to know your speed and be and work at your speed, move at your speed, right? And I know I've talked about this over time, but I also had been pushing myself, but that was a personal thing for me, pushing myself to do these weekly homework and the indie reads and stuff like that. But that's why it also came to an end. It was supposed to end last month, but we're ending it this month. So Patreon, the Cellar, that will be non-existent after the end of the month, right? And it's very important that we remember that we don't know what's on the other side of a decision, but we go for it sometimes. It's like, that's just going to be that. Let it be what it is. Make peace with it. You know, you bury it, right? To have freedom from it. Just, have a funeral for it, right? So I'm not having a funeral for the parts of the house, but I'm having a funeral for the work that I was putting into these weekly updates and this weekly to-dos, right? So I just want to ask that you make peace with things that you have to let go of. Ask that you make peace with any movement forward, because oftentimes when it's time for you to shift, you're going to get some type of um clarity about the decision that you're going to make, right? That you need to make, or how it should be done. You'll get clarity about it, and that'll help you to make peace with going ahead and doing it, and just, whatever whatever is may it be, right? No need to beat yourself up, to take yourself up and through all of the different woulda, coulda, shouldas. Woulda, coulda, shoulda gets a lot of people caught up in a realm of um, that's when you talk to people or have conversations with people, or you experience through, watching certain movies or whatever it is, that you see this stuff happening where people get caught up in the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda can put a person in the space of early onset dementia or Alzheimer's, but not in the sense of the medical take on it. It's just that they become so engulfed by their past, so overcome with emotion about what they went through in their life, that they can't live in their present or their future, because they constantly are in a space of what happened, what should have happened, what could have happened, why are things like this. And it's so important to remember that things happen for a reason, and it's on you if you want to um dwell on them like too long, right? Excuse me. I would recommend as well, if you haven't healed completely from something, um and I know that this is easier said than done too when it comes to choosing peace, but when you haven't healed from something in a way that allows for you to express it without having any anger, any resentment, any bitterness, or what have you, then you know that you will be able to discuss it. Otherwise, if you have not fully healed and processed everything that needs to be processed, got therapy, counseling, or whatever it is you need to do, when certain things come up, it will put you in a space of reliving that and re-traumatizing yourself. So just be mindful of that. And like I said, I know it's easier said than done. All right. So let's just choose peace and move forward, because I do feel I always send out, texts and let people know, hey, these next few weeks you might need to, be careful out here. These next few weeks you may need to, watch your step. People may be starting arguments for nothing, and you always get an inclination of that, or a preview of that, because even with me, I saw that. I know that some things may be transpiring, but I'm not going to argue with anybody or anything like that, or um, have any disputes with people or anything like that. You walk into a room, you'll be able to see it coming. You walk into a space, you'll somewhat be able to see it coming. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I don't have the strength or the energy for it, right? I don't have what it takes to go back and forth with nobody, right? Because I noticed, like, in some of the emails that I received, where like, no, I'm not going to, like, it's just some weird stuff that's been going on, and I'm not indulging in nothing. No, I don't feel like being weird. I'm weird enough. I'm eccentric myself. So why do I want to get caught up in something that's not, in my bubble? That's basically what we doing. We in our bubble. I'm not, fuck the rubble. I'm in my bubble. Okay. I'll deal with the rubble when it's time for me to. I just felt it coming even before I knew, because I think yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday I saw that Mars thing, and I already felt a shift the other week. I'm like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. People are about to, be even more so on their emotions, emotionally charged, overthinking, thinking wrong, thinking long. I don't know what it is. And I'm praying that I don't be in that. We have to command our day and just wake up on the, if we don't wake up on the right side of the bed, we choose the right side of the bed, right? I don't know, y'all. Let's get a card here for us. What information do you have here for these beautiful people in the cellar? Divine badass. Number two. So that's y'all got it together. Okay. If you don't have it together, you will get it together. Okay. Surround yourself with people who choose peace as well. And be mindful, you know. Look, she got on a blue necklace. I haven't even done my nails, child. I ain't feel like it. I really feel like lounging, okay? Because when I go outside, um, I'll be ready to come back home, but whatever. That's how it's going for these past couple of days. Make some stuff happen and be like, but I guess I need the extra rest. I thought I had gotten all the rest. If you don't sit down, they'll sit you down, won't it? What information do you have here for these folks, child? Rock star. Ladies and gentlemen, you are rock stars. Yeah, I know sometimes I just be rambling, so hopefully y'all got something from that. But at the end of the day, please choose peace. Like, it's important. And don't be your own worst enemy when it comes to the conversations that you have with yourself. Divine badass. You may feel under pressure to conform, maybe to someone else's opinions or even to your own previous plans or ideas. There it is. Okay, there it is. Don't give your power to make choices away to nobody goddamn else. Whether that is a choice of what to believe or how to behave. Don't give away your power to the past if it will take you away from what you know is true now. Even if it seems to be more difficult in the short term, trust that living what you know is true and right for you is the only way that you can gain the happiness and fulfillment that you want and deserve. Did we just talk about this? Child. The spiritual guidance says you are a beautiful divine rebel, a soul stirrer, one who rattles cages and rocks boats in the name of truth, love, and wisdom. You believe that we need to create a world that takes care of all beings. We really do. Everything you try to, that's just crazy to me. There I go in my conversations with y'all and with myself, but that is crazy to me that when you try to cultivate community and stuff like that, it's so easy for bad bill to infiltrate because you got to be mindful of the community in itself, right? All right, so you won't be talked out of what you know is true deep in your soul. You refuse to be put down or manipulated by any motherfucking body else. True that. You won't let fear yours or anybody else's control you. That's so important. It's important that you don't let your fear fuck you up and let nobody else's fear fuck you up. Okay? Oh, that's cute. What is that? It's not swollen. It's cute. Right. Okay. You won't let fear or nobody else's control yours and nobody else's control you. You rebel against belief systems that would put doubt in your mind and fear in your heart. Doubt in your mind and fear in your heart. When I tell you, I know y'all haven't seen this in a while, right? When I was doing the indie reads the other day, the interference came through strong again. And if they could make a movie out of what the shit that I've seen with the way that this shit is operated, right? It would be a wow movie. Trust and believe. It'd be some interesting shit, right? Truth is stranger than fiction sometimes. But I hadn't been getting put in my prayer in my ear because it had kind of cleared out or what have you. They came right back in some of those indie reads. And I was like, it goes with this, where, people want to like the levels that we're gonna say bad building friends go through and go to try and control your reality, try to control what you do and how you do, try to puppet master you. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. Because it's just too much. It's just giving too much right now. Okay. Like, I don't like when people try to play God in my life. I don't try to play God in people's life. Okay. I don't like when people try to play God in my life. I don't like when people, try to cage or imprison people and all that type of shit. I'm not on that type of time. I don't give a damn. I'm not on that type of time. So it's like it says you don't insult yourself by trying to be anyone other than who the fuck you are. Let's be clear. You are amazing and valuable just as you are. You can inspire others to overcome their fears just by believing in the truth of your heart and going after what you want with passion and confidence. Passion and confidence. Passion and confidence. Anything that tries to strike down your confidence is the enemy. Anything that tries to tell you you're not who you are is the enemy. Now, that's not to be misconstrued, but sometimes people may be confident about something that like may be detrimental to them, but maybe that's what they're meant to go through to see how that works in the process as well, right? So, you are a badass in a good way. The sacred ritual says to take time to shake what the divine mother gave you. It's cute. Let your body move freely with joy and delight as you shake, shimmy, strut, and spin. Know that you are shaking off into negativity, jealousy, disappointment, betrayal. Okay. You are clearing your energy, becoming fresh and ready to be you once again. Completely, defiantly joyful. Defiantly that shit works. Let me tell you. Well, I'm sure you know, but let me remind you. Being defiantly happy, being defiant, affirming the opposite of things and moving towards what it is that you were saying it is instead of what somebody or something or something is trying to tell you, show you, or get you to believe. What? You must be so defiant when it comes to I choose to be emotionally upset. Defy that. Be happy, joyous, filled with love, admiration for love. Admire love. Admire the love that is all encompassing. Admire the goodness of, even bad people have something good in them somewhere. They just can't see it and they can't tap into it because it don't feel good to them. They don't like it. It's upsetting them and they homegirls, which is, they demons, bitch. Okay. You, us, it is so important for us to rise above the bullshit, basically, defiantly so. The word for the week is defiant. Be defiant. Defy the odds when it comes to people, situations, things at work, whatever it is. Be defiant when it comes to standing in your truth. Be defiant when it comes to listening to your team. Be defiant when it comes to going for what you know, going for the goal. Don't see, that's the thing too. The enemy tries to move the goalpost or get you to not see the goalpost. It's not as close as you think it is. It's not where it got you fucked up. Got me fucked up. Okay. Stay clear, honey. I'll be damned. I'm telling you right now. I've enjoyed my time with y'all doing homework and all of that stuff, but it never did round up to what I wanted it to be anyway. Especially when it comes to being able to provide act like some of the things that we've done have been like curriculum homework where y'all could have responded or did like an assessment test and all of that stuff. That would have helped a lot because in that way I could gauge, your journey and where you were going and give feedback and all of that. It never made it to that point, I guess, because it wasn't supposed to. It had plenty of time. I think we've been here, what, 3 years now? We've done enough, honey. Enough is enough. All right. So you may have a subconscious fear of being judged or becoming the target of jealousy that causes you to shy away from the limelight. One thing that I know y'all know, people gonna be jealous regardless. Your ass can just be sitting there looking homely, disheveled. Speaking of disheveled, that's why I've been wearing this wig like this, child. I like a little disheveled, a little one too messy something going on. Cause I'm not slicking no damn baby hairs down looking no hot ass. I don't know how to do it in the first place. And I know it's gonna look funny on me. Now, so regardless of anything, that's what some of y'all, those of you who are stepping more fully into what you are supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to do it, you're gonna have jealousy. Deal with it. If you don't know how to deal with it, get therapy for it. Because you don't want it to stop you from doing what you came here to do, be who you came here to be. Okay, let me go back. Sinus is clearing up and shit. All right, you may mistakenly believe that being in the spotlight means you are supposed to be perfect or better than everybody else. You know that's a lie. Okay. Now, for those of you who may be going through this, like you don't want to compare yourself to nobody else. When you start doing that, you lose your truth, you lose your authenticity, you lose your uniqueness, you lose your value. Okay. There's a higher purpose in standing apart from the crowd and being seen. Choose to accept the opportunities that make you more visible to others, your tribe. Trusting that you will shine your truth and integrity to make it a positive and healing experience for yourself and for other motherfuckers too. The fuck are you doing? Thank you. The sacred ritual says play some music that you can. Okay, so we just dancing basically because both of these is about dancing and loosening up and getting more in tune with that cosmic flow, that harmonic flow that just allows you to go with the flow and be who you came to be and not look left or right and not be pushed off your square. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Play some music that you can rock around to in your lounge room, in the park, on the beach, in your bedroom, in private, in public, however you feel it. Okay. Let yourself express you. Let yourself express you. Let yourself express. I'll be feeling better next week. I know I will. Mm. But let yourself express you, child. Dance the way you want to dance. Extra points if it's not a music video. Sing if you want. Challenge and love yourself enough to practice being completely you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Because what happens is the enemy will try to tell you that you ain't who you is. The enemy will try to tell you, bad bit of friends. Oh, here you go. Bad bit of friends will try to tell you that you ain't who you came here to be. You ain't nothing that's gonna be nothing. You don't have what it takes to do what you most definitely heard is meant for you to do. Uh, what else? Just whatever, child. You know, nobody listen to that motherfucker. Better get your bitch ass on somewhere. You know what I mean? Get your ass on somewhere, you and your minions. Oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? Man, I don't know. Why don't you go do it? You know what I mean? Uh, because sometimes the enemy does that, tries to give you all these different options, all these other different ways aside from the truth that you know is the truth. Oh, why don't you do this? Oh, why don't you do that? You should really go this way. You should really go that way. Don't let bad bad friends control your narrative. Be careful with that. And like with this Mars energy, it may be a lot of dominating energy coming through, right? Very heavy domination, domineering tactics is what I heard. A lot of domineering tactics. I mean, once you done been through the fire on different levels and went through different things and all that, child, let it be what it is. You learned what you gained from the things that you've gone through is your resilience, your persistence, you learn to be consistent, consistently connected like a Rolex necklace. You learn to be consistently observant. You learn to be consistently you know, if you're gonna question your path, you ask the question to the one and only. You don't, you want to be careful, um, if you have questions about, your journey or what have you, you tap in. And if you still got questions, keep asking those questions. You'll get the answers, but you have to be able to um be balanced and grounded, right? Spiritually and practically balanced in a way that you are able to receive the information the way that they present it to you. Because there's so many different ways that, the answer may be presented to you, but you want to also make sure that it's being presented to you from the right sources, right? Because again, I just feel like there's some domineering energy coming in. So, of course, we have to be mindful that we are not dominating anybody, right? Or dominating any situations, dominating, not allowing people to be where the fuck they at, you know what I'm saying? Or allowing things to just be what it is, right? Take your journey seriously and just be mindful, present, and aware when it comes to putting one foot in front of the other, asking that you are directed on a regular basis. You are, put in the spaces and the places where you need to be, right? Connecting with the people you are supposed to, because that's the other, bad building friends is very, very tricky. So just be mindful of that. Okay, I love y'all for real. I love people. I love people. I love people who love the Most High God. Because if you know love the way know love, then you know love. Regardless of anything that you've been through, seen, experienced, or what have you, you know love. And that's what all boils down to that. And the love that you have, and that's what the gathering is about. We having a gathering on August 24th in New Orleans, and that's what the gathering is about as well. This isn't just about us and what we are doing. This has a lot to do with who comes behind us from many generations to come. Who we setting the tone for, because it's not just about us and with the past and um, our present circumstances and our the present generation is for generations to come as well. So we are setting the guideline for the bloodline. You see. All right, this feels good. Damn, this feels good. Okay, okay, this feels good. I'm almost out of it. This ain't number cuticle oil. Putting cuticle oil on your hands like that, child. You need to grow up. All right, all right. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Tell your own story. Yeah.